The Eagles traded Haason Reddick. That's the breaking news on this Friday afternoon, with the Eagles sending one of their best players to the New York Jets for a 2026 conditional third-round pick that can become a second-round pick. I'm Zach Berman from PHLY, and the minutes after the trade was learned, with some quick thoughts here. This was an expected outcome for the Eagles, given how the offseason has gone with Reddick. He wanted a new deal, and the two sides were not reaching an agreement, with Reddick even permitted to seek a trade. Then the Eagles signed Bryce Huff to a $17 million a year contract, and it became clear that either Reddick and or Josh Sweat would be traded. When Sweat reworked his deal, the answer was Reddick. It just seemed a matter of when. Even as an expected outcome, this is a bad outcome for the Eagles. Reddick is one of the NFL's elite pass rushers with double-digit sacks in each of the past 4 seasons. He has 27 sacks during the past 2 years with the Eagles. There's no way to spin that. Reddick is one of the best at one of the most important skills in the NFL, and the Eagles are going to miss him. The trade compensation might seem underwhelming, but it was around what was expected. The actual return, a third-round pick that could become a second-round pick, is in line with the thought for what they could get for him, especially as this dragged on. The difference is this is 2 years down the line, and that's not the desired outcome. The Eagles have valued future picks under Howie Roseman, seeing an inefficiency with the way they're viewed in the league. Consider the fact that they have a second-round pick this spring based off of a 2022 trade. But the odds are this is a third-round pick, not a second-round pick. The conditions, per ESPN, are Reddick playing 67.5% of the defensive snaps and getting 10 or more sacks. It's important to note that the Jets' top edge rusher, Jermaine Johnson, played 65.8% of the snaps last season. Their all-pro lineman, Quinnen Williams, played 68.5% of the snaps. So this is not an easy playing time threshold to hit. When viewed that way, you'd probably want a better pathway to a second-round pick. But this has also been going on for more than a month at this point. He's been on the market. The Eagles have seen what is out there. So the depth chart is now Bryce Huff and Josh Sweat as starters, with Nolan Smith as the third edge rusher and Brandon Graham as the veteran depth. The Eagles obviously need Huff to play like a $17 million a year edge rusher that they paid him to be, and his playing time is going to go up. Nolan Smith needs to take a major step in year 2 based on the way he played in year 1. The Eagles could still take an edge rusher in the draft, but they're going to miss Reddick for sure. He's one of the best pass rushers in the league. The contract situation made it hard for him to bring back, and that's the reality in the NFL. Still, the Eagles lost one of their best players. This move's going to hurt, and they'll need to hope they made the right evaluations with Huff and Smith, and they'll be in a better position in the 2026 draft. We'll discuss this more with Bo Wolf on Monday on the PHLY Eagles Show. Until then, find all our coverage on allphly.com. For PHLY, I'm Zach Berman.